Hi, I'm Omega Rex W.
Hi, I'm Neil.
Hey, my name is Chris.
Hey, I'm Mark.
Hi, I'm Melvin.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Wang. Team Oyoko.
Mel, how do you feel?
Dude, my lower back, my ass, and my hamstrings are pretty lit right now.
So can you walk?
Yeah, like it's not like somebody that went through a leg day that never went through one. I can still function, but I can tell it's there.
Interesting.
But I like I told you, through this whole COVID thing, I never took a nap, right? Yesterday, I was like, I need to take a nap because I am still exhausted. But I think that's part of the reason why also is we woke up or we started working at working out at 7,
like 15.
7:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm usually still sleeping at that time on a Saturday.
Yeah, your body's definitely not used to. Well, first of all, getting up that early, and then secondly,
Exerting that much energy.
Yeah, at that early time in the day. So that's something to get used to.
Yeah, I mean, when when Victor came up with the workout, he goes, all right, it's one set of 5, one set of 3, 5 sets of 1, and then AMRAP, three drop AMRAP. I'm like, what's that? And it's Chris. AMRAP stands for as many reps as possible.
Just to feel the burn, you know?
No, not even for the burn. It was weighted. So you start off, and I think they started me off at like 205, right, for squat.
Yeah. And you go as many as you can.
Don't even care about the number. Once you burn out and you barely make your last rep, you rack it. They take off weight, and you keep going for the next set.
Yeah.
Nonstop, three times. So heavy, a little bit lighter than the lightest, whatever. I don't even know what weight they put on.
I think it was 205, and then 185, and then 135.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All I know is at the very end of it, I had to take a knee. I went to the ground. I sat down and basically laid down in my rack. I was like, let me just.
Ryan knows because Victor put us through the exact same thing last week, and I couldn't walk.
Yeah, Neil
so he
was spotting me, and he goes, "Dude, I could tell that you were sweating because when the bar's on your back, he goes, your wrists were sweating. So
progressively, you started seeing sweat from his shirt. It just started getting more sweaty as it progressed down, and then his wrist all the way down his arm started getting like shiny, started to glisten. So I'm like, yeah, he's putting in work. And for the fact that you're shaking and you're breathing, right? Remember that feeling of not being able to breathe,
like dying.
So
Victor kept saying, control your breath, control your breathing. I'm like, how? I'm like,
it's
while
hard.
You're doing it, you can't.
It really is hard. So that's why you take a moment while you're standing there to just try to catch a couple breaths before you go again. But
yeah,
I think that was the hardest, when you can't breathe.
It was so much crap that we did that I was not used to.
Yeah. And Ryan,
did you vomit?
No, I did not vomit.
No. That's pretty good.
That's Orion though. We reverbed it. Don't pull Orion. Attitude.
Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, Ryan, I brought liquid chalk, which is pretty interesting because as it comes out of the bottle, it's literally liquid. But then as it dries up, it turns into an actual chalk. So when you clap your hand,
it's chalk.
you see chalk particles flying.
Really?
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Chemistry.
And then at one point, Victor was like, it's starting to get slippery, so we might have to start using some chalk. So we did, and that was the end of it. None of us had any type of gripping problem out there. I didn't have to use straps.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I pulled.
He maxed out the bar, bro.
Yeah. It's like at the very edge that you can't.
He ran out of space.
Yeah.
So it was
crazy.
It was 485.
Okay.
485.
Bending?
No.
I couldn't tell.
It was like maybe like a slight little but nothing.
But nothing significant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Me and Matt were just kind of looking at it like, is this guy serious right now? He's about to.
That's me, like every week.
He's about to pick us up. Yeah.
He's like, for Ryan, it's like that's normal.
Yeah, I was able to pick up. I had a PR on Saturday, so it was cool.
You're gonna get there, man.
335, man.
You're right there, and it went up pretty easily.
Yeah, it didn't feel bad at all.
Victor mentioned that. I mean, this is when we were lifting at Ryan's. That if your leg isn't like
Shaking.
shaking,
Yeah.
you still have a lot more in you. I didn't see any of that when you picked up 335.
Yeah, that's why I asked him in our group text. I'm like, hey, what do you think I could actually pick up? He said 365 probably. I was like, oh.
So you're actually right by Ryan with his deadlift.
Yeah, well, I told Ryan, I'm like, dude, the only thing that I have over him is consistency at this point.
Yeah.
Everything else is on him.
I mean, Ryan, if you throw in one during the middle of the week, I think that would help.
Yeah, I skipped working out this whole entire whatever.
Dude, I work out maybe like 4 times a week now.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah.
I think we have to try throwing in something in the middle of the week, like on a Wednesday.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
me
think
and Matt are several times a week, but you guys are far, you know. We literally work out multiple times a week.
But you do the same general movements multiple times a week? Like you'll squat twice a week, you'll deadlift twice a week?
Yeah, well, it depends what Victor says most of the time. So like maybe 2 of the workouts are Victor's, the rest are mine.
But they do involve all 3 compound moves.
Yeah.
Which is why I think or why I think that you guys are accelerating kind of quickly. Because even for me, when I was actually training, even in powerlifting when I was still in high school, we would do those movements only once a week. But we would focus on a certain workout. Like we'll do deadlifts for 1 training session. And then in 2 days later, we'll do squats. The next time we'll do bench. But what Victor's making you guys do is multiple times a week. And sometimes you'll do it within the same session.
Yeah, just different
percentages. It's really taxing on your body, but at the same time, it's really training you to, well, first of all, you're recovering a lot faster because, I mean, you said you can walk. I can't walk.
Yeah, I can walk.
Yeah, so that means the session in the middle is helping you kind of build that endurance to be able to handle the load multiple times a week.
Even the first time he came over and I was struggling to walk, you know, when he put me through his first real powerlifting kind of training session. I forgot how long, maybe a couple months ago. I remember feeling like, oh my God, what happened, right? And then I was like, how do you do this multiple times a week? This is impossible.
Right.
He goes, oh, you'll get used to it. Watch. And then he goes, do this on, let's say it was Monday, like do this Wednesday. So we did it. And then me and Matt were doing that, you know, just asking them for advice. And as that happened, at least for me until Matt got sick, me and him were going like pretty strong. And then he dropped off and I kept going, but without Victor's regimen.
So you're just doing your own thing.
Yeah. And then now Victor's like, oh no, I want to see where you can go. So he's just like sending me texts like, do this now, do this. I'm like, oh God.
I'm telling you,
I'm not trying to be a power lifter. I just want to stay in shape, man.
Well, you're kind of in the middle already because he even said before we left on Sunday, he's like he wants to try to train with you guys in the middle of the week. So if you can get him, let's say on in the middle of the week or something, and then he'll give you a regimen for something, and then he'll train with me and Ryan, let's say on a Saturday.
Yeah.
At least you know.
It'll be better. Well, yeah, it'll be nice, but his schedule is so busy right now.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Chris, when I tell you, if you want some inspirational, like workout kind of just the vibe of it, you watch Victor being like 140, 150 pounds and the workouts and the lifts that he's pulling off.
Yeah.
And then you watch Neil just like raw strength with his deadlifts. I'm like, dude, what are you, and his squats too. I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is crazy. I can only imagine how Ryan felt the first time. Like, just what?
Well, he was like, yeah, well, your reaction was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Actually, even for my own reaction, when I first saw Victor post a Facebook clip of him, I think he pulled 415, I think.
It's crazy.
And I was like, damn, this guy is really lean, but how the hell is he pulling so heavy?
Every time you guys were lifting, me and Matt just like stood next to each other, we're like, oh wow, this is serious.
Yeah, it gets pretty. And again, it's because we vibe off of each other. It's like when you're lifting with other people who are potentially, well, like I said, Victor pound for pound is stronger than me. So
Yeah.
just because I lift heavier, but if you do the weight ratio to what he actually lifts, he's a lot stronger. So I
But
keep that in my head. That I'm like, he may only be doing like 80 pounds less than me, but he weighs significantly lighter than me.
Yeah,
Like,
but like
I
you
would
said,
say,
and we were saying, everybody's goals are different, so it's not
Right.
even a comparable, really
no,
a
no,
comparable
no.
thing.
I'm doing it in a sense to keep me driven.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
then.
So I'm like, that's what he says. He lit a fire under my ass because of what he did. I'm like, all right. So I gotta
Super
get more
motivational.
serious.
Yeah, the energy,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the even just talking and bonding, like learning, just watching them and asking them like, hey, give me different some advice for different cues or whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
And the chalk helped, right, Mel?
dude,
chalk helps.
that helped me with my deadlifts a lot.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about your grip, nothing.
It didn't
And-
move. It did not budge.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
you don't need to worry about wearing straps, and I recommend that, especially for Matt, because he says he wants to work on his grip.
Yeah, his grip is bad right now.
I
It's not
would
good.
do double over always, and once it starts to slip, then that's when you start adding chalk, because that's still raw strength to grip, but you just don't have to worry about slipping.
See, that's what I didn't try after the chalk, was just double over the big lift. But who knows?
I think you could have.
We'll
You
try
could do
next time.
You could do 305 without chalk double over, right?
Yes.
So you could definitely do 335 with chalk double over.
Oh, okay.
That's a guarantee. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Ryan. One time, we need numbers, so me, you, and Matt can just those long breaks.
Come over Saturday morning, man.
No, hey, actually, our numbers are closer here now. There's 3 of us that live close to each other out here.
Chris, move back and then come live by Brian, and then us 3 will go at it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right.